intersection that some motorists consider dangerous. Now traffic engineers are taking a closer look. Then transitioning to a new school and a new country. We'll show you what's helping immigrant students adapt. But first,
sales are up. It's been very good.
New life on the road, the industry that's making a rebound as more people get the itch to travel. 12 News starts right now.
Those stories in just a moment, but first, a Maple Grove woman pleads guilty in the death of a pedestrian near the shops at Arbor Lakes.
During a routine court hearing today, 61-year-old Linda Ham pleaded guilty to criminal vehicular homicide. Police say Ham's car was swerving before striking the woman on a sidewalk. Police also reported her blood alcohol level was nearly twice the legal limit. It happened in January at the very busy intersection of Elm Creek Boulevard and Hemlock Lane. Ann Blake, a mother of two from Andover, was killed. The Hennepin County Attorney's Office says Ham was immediately sentenced today to 1 year in the workhouse and probation. If she violates probation, she could spend 8 years in prison. Now to other news. It is perhaps another sign that the economy is slowly making progress and consumers are feeling more confident.
That's right. RV dealers in the metro area are seeing double-digit growth in sales this year. It's a welcome rebound after many local RV businesses hit a rocky stretch not too long ago.
Well, this is a 2013 Rockwood fifth wheel.
Step aboard this $32,000 RV and you might as well be stepping into a home.
It is a house on wheels. When you want to travel and you want to go to the campground, you want to be able to sit down, relax, and have all the comforts of home.
Leather lazy boys and a flat screen TV are just a few of the selling points. But at this small Maple Grove family business, customers are listening and they're buying too.
We've had about a 25% increase over 2011.
From $5,000 tent trailers to $32,000 luxury pickup campers, RV sales are up in the metro and nationally after stalling out when the economy went south.
In July of 2008, when gas hit $4.17 a gallon, things stopped. And it didn't, somebody just didn't turn the faucet down, they turned the faucet off.
4 years later, gas prices aren't quite so high, and the shock of $4 a gallon doesn't have the same shock value as it did before.
I think some people are just sick of hearing about it and they're not going to worry about it.
RV dealers like Tim Niemeyer are seeing customers who still want to get away, even if it's just to a state park down the road, rather than a cross-country expedition.
Despite gas prices, RV travel can still cost less than other vacations. No need for a hotel room or a rental car.
RVing is still the most economical way to travel, no matter where you want to go or what you want to do.
This local business sold 300 trailers this year. That's still a far cry from the 400 plus sold in the pre-recession years. But it is a turn in the right direction.
We just want every year to increase.
According to the U.S. Travel Association, about 1 in every 11 vehicle-owning households now has an RV.
Click it or ticket. That was especially true in Crystal today. Local law enforcement agencies are in the midst of a seatbelt enforcement campaign to make sure that motorists are following the law. In just 2 hours, authorities say they issued 20 citations along Highway 100 in Crystal. Minnesota's primary seatbelt law requires all drivers and passengers to be buckled up. Statistics show unbelted motorists are 6 times more likely to suffer an injury during a crash.
A well-traveled intersection that connects Crystal and Robbinsdale could undergo some changes. 18,000 cars a day converge on 36th Avenue near Regent. A lot of it is traffic coming from nearby Highway 100. And drivers have complained about the difficulty of traveling through the intersection, and traffic accidents have increased as well. Now, city officials from Crystal and Robbinsdale want to conduct a study to determine how best to control the traffic.
Sometimes accident reports don't give you the whole story because you don't report near misses. And it's not just near misses, it's stress added to your daily life, trying to get through an intersection, and trying to time it.
The proposed study would cost about $8,700. Meanwhile, in Golden Valley, parking at church functions and at the farmers market will get a little bit easier. The city council is expected to lift a 29-year-old parking ban along the east side of Rhode Island Avenue between Golden Valley Road and 10th Avenue. City staff took another look and determined that the road is wide enough to accommodate parking.
It's a day teachers at Highview Alternative Program have been waiting on for a long time. On Monday, moving companies started transporting desks, tables, books, and you name it, from Kavanaugh Early Childhood Center to their new home at the old Sandburg Middle School. The program has moved 4 times since it started in the 1980s, and teachers are happy to have a home where students can get hot meals in the cafeteria, go to the gym, and have all the teachers located in one place.
This is thrilling for, I think, both the teachers and the kids to all be together. And every teacher will have a classroom. That's not been the case. Teachers have had to share classrooms. There's so many advantages.
Students had to work from home during the move. Classes will begin on Monday.
There is a new way to enjoy nature in the Elm Creek Park Reserve.
After being closed for more than a year, a brand new $5 million Eastman Nature Center has reopened. The new 14,000 square foot building offers nearly twice as much space as the one it replaced. The first thing you'll notice is the tall windows offering a great view of the forest. Three Rivers officials say the new center will give visitors a better connection to nature. Legacy funds approved by Minnesota voters in 2008 helped build the project.
These were the kinds of ideas that we think the people of Minnesota were expecting we would use those dollars for. And so for Three Rivers Park District, this is really our premier project using the Land and Clean Water Legacy Funds.
One thing you'll notice about the design of the Nature Center here is that the focus is outward. So the attraction is nature itself and not inward in the displays.
The new Eastman Center also has more outside observation areas, expanded classrooms, and a geothermal heating and cooling system. Well, trying to fit in can be tough on teens.
And that can prove even more difficult for immigrant students. We'll show you some of the challenges they face. Then later in sports, see which local soccer teams advanced in section play action over the weekend.
But first, it's your AccuWeather forecast. Moving to a new high school is hard enough on a teenager, but imagine moving to a new school in a new country.
As Renee Bonneau reports, a special program in the Northwest Metro helps young African girls preserve their culture while adapting to a new one.
When Priscilla Odemy first came to Cooper High School, she wasn't your average new girl.
I mean, I remember people used to laugh at me and stuff like that because I just came from Africa. I didn't know like how to dress or like how to fit in or whatever. But
she says fitting in here went against everything she learned in her native Ghana.
Most students here are like really disrespectful because I feel like how they talk to teachers, you can do that back home.
Their culture and everything is different here. And so first of all, I was even afraid that maybe she's gonna pick some things here which we don't have it back home.
Priscilla soon found a group in which she fit perfectly.
You need to take enough time to do it.
The African Girls Initiative for Leadership and Empowerment program meets at Cooper every Thursday after school.
If you don't bring topics by next week, I'm going to assign one to you.
Like in Africa, older women in the community train adolescent girls how to properly dress and act.
Every school is a little bit different.
In addition to teaching them college prep and how to deal with teen peer pressure.
The mothers had complained that their girls were having a hard time fitting in, and they were just basically picking up just the negative, negative things they saw on TV at school and all. So they wanted something where they could maintain their African culture, but at the same time be able to...
And that we have goals.
...integrate into the community.
As women of the future...
Donations fuel the program that's run by the Minnesota African Women's Association. It started in a few schools in 2004. Now it's in a half-dozen schools in the Northwest Metro.
Priscilla, what's your topic?
Domestic violence.
Domestic violence? Okay.
Yeah.
Offering girls not only key life lessons, but also a feeling of home.
Now it's like, I have like my group of friends from the same like continent, like we know how we talk, like we know like, we just basically know how we like behave back home. So it's kind of like, my second family over here.
The program can be an eye-opener for parents, too. I'm told some African parents only push their male children to excel in school and in sports. And Mike and Alex's program shows them and their daughters there are plenty of opportunities to make the girls just as successful.
That's great. Sound like typical teens. They've adjusted well, I think.
Yes, I think so.
Thanks a lot, Renee. Coming up, a place where old bikes are brought back to life.
But first in sports, Champlin Park brings home some hardware in a rivalry game on the football field. We'll be right back. Champlin Park gets ahead early, and then what? They never look back.
Never look back and pick up a nice win heading into the final week of the regular season. Rivalry games can be hard to predict a winner in, but Champlin Park's football team didn't allow their biggest rival a chance to pull off an upset. The Pumpkin Bowl trophy on the line as the Rebels play arch rival Anoka. Champlin Park starts strong. Trevor Garrison fakes the handoff, gets out to the left, cuts upfield, directs traffic, and then takes off. Garrison goes 60 yards for a touchdown for a 7-0 Rebels lead. And then it's Michael Sales' turn. Look at the great blocking. Sales follows it perfectly, cutting into the open. This one covers 53 yards. Champlin Park takes a 14-3 lead on the Tornadoes and gets the thumbs up. Second quarter, Garrison swings it out to Bryce Marquardt, and he makes it look easy, speeding past a defender. A 28-yard score here. Champlin Park's up at halftime, 28-3. In the fourth quarter, play action from Garrison to tight end Matt Juneau. Juneau scores the 5th touchdown of the night for Champlin Park. The Rebels get the Pumpkin Bowl trophy and the Mississippi River paddle by beating Anoka 42-17. Osseo on the road to face Elk River in a series that started back in 1924. On Osseo's first possession, Troy Cray takes the pitch on the sweep. The Orioles block it well, and Cray does the rest. It's a 39-yard touchdown and a 7-0 lead. The Orioles take control in a key stretch late in the first half and early in the second. Garrison Gallard scrambling and finds Connor Kittleson in the end zone. He gives Osseo a 22-3 lead with 22 seconds left in the first half. Then on the kickoff to start the second half, Cray works his magic again, stiff arms a tackler early in the return. Waits for that wall to set up, and then he is gone. It's an 83-yard return for a touchdown for Cray to make it 29-3 Orioles. Osseo goes on to roll past Elk River 36-10. In soccer, the Breck boys are still alive. The Mustangs face defending state Class A champion Benilde St. Margaret's in the Section 6A semifinals. Scoreless into the second half until Breck's Eric Horstman hustles to the loose ball. Benilde goalkeeper Tommy Bourne's clearing attempt deflects off Horstman and into the net. The Mustangs lead 1-0. That's the lone goal. Breck knocks off the defending champions and advances to the section final against Waconia. It's Benilde versus Orono in the Section 6A girls final. The Prairie Seeds Academy boys soccer team dominated an overmatched opponent in their playoff opener. The Lycans at home to take on PACT Charter in Section 5A play. Great first goal here. Roberta Dominguez to Munir Darbaki for the header goal to make it 1-0 Prairie Seeds. Next crossing pass, headed by the defender, but it goes right to Alou Kamara. He controls it and scores to make it 2-0 Lycans. Pass ahead goes here to Smeedy Ismail Jome, who makes it look easy, and he tucks the shot away. Jome's goal making it 4-0 Prairie Seeds, and they are well on their way to a win. Darbaki with a pass ahead to Jome, and that's another one here. Lycans win 14-0 over PACT. Totino Grace also advanced in Section 5A. The semifinals are Tuesday at Park Center, the final Thursday at Maple Grove High School. In the Section 5A girls quarterfinal, Totino Grace hosting Maranatha. A goal there for the Eagles, and then another one here. The Mustangs goalie missing control of the ball. Grace Steinhauser scores. Totino's up 2-0. Nice goal coming up. Amanda Engelbrecht with a pass to Abigail Emsch, and she buries the shot. The Eagles up 3-0 at the half. Second half, Totino Grace's Nicole Newman will get a shot on goal that keeper Michaela Payne gets a piece of, but Emily Clydesdale is right there to bury the rebound for Grace. The Eagles win 5-0. Park Center also advanced in this section. The semifinals are Tuesday at Osseo, the final Thursday evening at Maple Grove. And that's a look at sports.
Whew.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, John.
Yes.
Now to Local Vote 2012, where in Osseo voters will choose a mayor.
Instead of running for re-election, current council member Dwayne Poppy is running for mayor, and he faces incumbent Al Lindquist.
Hi, my name is Dwayne Poppy. I am currently a City Council member of the City of Osseo and will be running for mayor this fall. I've decided to run for mayor because as a father of 3 small children, I believe that we must continue to preserve the small town feel by keeping Osseo a safe place that families and businesses can thrive. This is accomplished through long-term planning and controlling expenses of the city while providing high-quality services in a cost-effective manner. Based on a recent community survey, 95% of the people rated the quality of life good or excellent, and over 70% of the people felt the city was heading in the right direction. When I get elected, I will continue this course that we started over 3 years ago to make Osseo a community that we can all be proud of. Thank you for your support.
I'm Alan Lindquist, the mayor of the city of Osseo. I am again running for this office to rid our community of self-serving agendas, lawsuits based on poor decision-making, and possible violations of open meeting laws. I make decisions that are morally, ethically, and economically beneficial to our community, only to be outvoted by a special interest group. I believe in factually based decision-making and community involvement. Osseo needs to keep our police department, and it needs a new police station, but not a $1.5 million one. I worked for 37 years at the control tower at the Minneapolis International Airport. I've been the president of the Osseo Lions Club, and I've raised $180,000 for the Osseo Band Shell. I'm dedicating my energy to our community's promotion and success. I'm Alan Lindquist, mayor of Osseo, and I appreciate your support.
We'll hear from City Council candidates in Osseo on Tuesday.
We'll be back in just a minute. And finally, the best collection of 2 wheels in the Northwest Metro.
Take a look at all these bikes at a warehouse in Hopkins. The massive bike collection is run by the nonprofit group Free Bikes for Kids. Over the weekend, a line of health ambulances helped collect and drop off some of the bikes. And starting today, volunteers will get those bikes ready for delivery to kids in need before Christmas.
We did actually a little study on this, and we figured we could give away at least 30,000 bikes to deserving kids every year, and we still would not hardly even be touching the need.
Free Bikes for Kids plans to distribute about 5,000 bikes, and if you're interested in helping to clean and repair the bikes, you can go to this website, FB4K, freebikesforkids.com. You can also donate a bike at any Penn Cycle or Bachman Garden Center. And yes, they need dozens of people to come and fix these things up. If you're good with a wrench and know your way around a bicycle, I think you would be in need
They
there.
can use you. I saw some retro vintage type bikes. I remember some old 10 speeds, and those are back.
Some new bikes as well.
Yes.
Very quickly to John, tomorrow night, big soccer night.
A couple of schools hosting section soccer, Champlin Park boys and Wayzata girls. Both teams hoping to advance on to state. Wayzata girls taking on Hopkins.
All right, John, thank you very much. That'll do it. That's it for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
The Community Corner is coming up next.